Angeles, California.
Hi.
Other action figures each sold separately. From
Record the purr.
Jenny, get the door. It must be Cousin Willie. Okay. Hi. What's up?
Ah, there we go. Something chill to watch. The following video is rated R and is intended for an adult audience. So if you're under 18, take a fucking hike, eh? As this video may contain adult themes and situations, strong language and opinions, good and bad advice, cannabis cultivation and consumption. So as long as you're a responsible adult, kick back, spark one up, and enjoy the show.
And Queen works only occasionally.
Hi everybody, how you doing? Let me get rid of that count. That was from whatever I was doing last night. Get rid of that count. Come on now. There we go. I want to make the chat bigger. I just noticed that the chat window there is fucking small. So I was just about to do that. Chat box. Chat delay. Font size 20 pixels. Let's go up to 30 pixels and see how that sets. Copy. Let me try here. One try, and then I'm gonna have a dab if I can't figure it out. Oh, I didn't bring my table thing here. That's one of the things that's missing. Give me 1 second here, folks. Where is it? Oh, I know where. It's up in the sounds thing, isn't it? No, it's not. Where the heck is the chat? There it is. I found it. Oh, shit. Never mind. I actually can't change this. I can't change it right now. Bummer. No big deal. No big deal. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? Yeah, I was just noticing that the chat up here got smaller than it used to be. At least I think it is. Am I high? I'm not high yet, that's for sure. But am I just a stoner, or did those things get a lot smaller and almost impossible to read now? It is what it is, man. So how about those blasters? Did I send them out yet? Yes. I sent out email notifications on Friday for the first wave. Yes, I did. There's a couple of special orders that are going out Monday or Tuesday, but all the normal orders went out on Friday so far. Cheers. This is what I'm smoking on, a little bit of lemon haze. Hold on. Watch your feet. Right there. Only smokers, turn that down. So I had a wisdom tooth. Interesting thing here recently. I had a wisdom tooth pulled recently, and the tooth extraction, while it was pretty difficult and they really had to reef on my head back and forth to get the tooth out, the extraction was fairly simple. They didn't have to cut into my jaw or anything like that. But apparently, from the leverage that she used to pop my tooth out broke the gum line on the inside of my mouth where my tongue sits and exposed my jaw bone and chipped it. Chipped my jawbone and fucking exposed a chunk of my skull, my jawbone. And so now there's this right along where my tongue sits. Like here's the teeth row. The teeth are all sitting up here. Here's the teeth row. My tongue sits here. There's a sharp piece of fucking bone right here that my tongue is constantly rubbing on. And it is so fucking sore.
The recent times, remember when they were putting my crown in? And the temp broke off in the first night. And because they had ground it away to a nub, there was still sharp bits on the inside. And
your tongue was poking at it and shit. Yeah. Yeah, if you got something sharp in your mouth, your tongue is just fucking gonna poke at it. You can't help it.
But I had no. But I had something for so long that my tongue was used to making its own little cap for the frickin' tooth as I would eat and drink. Because my way of going around getting hurt all the time was basically like capping the left side of my teeth. But that meant often that in my sleep, I would grind on my tongue because it would be kind of sitting on my lower part of my jaw.
Yeah.
I don't grind as much anymore, so it's not as much of an issue, but it does suck. I know when I've ground because there's a weird gum nubbing in my mouth, and if I ever do, it always hurts. Without fail.
That's a hot one.
Never touching that
Thank
again.
you. It's gonna be okay, I hope. It's just, I looked it up online. It's mildly common. It's unfortunate, but it's gonna take a week or so to heal, and that's about it.
Apparently mine had developed bone spurs as a weird reaction to it.
Yeah, so that happens sometimes when they get damaged.
That's what mine...
When they get damaged, the bone tries to rapidly repair itself, and it actually creates like a spike almost.
But it can also reabsorb. Because I went to the dentist about maybe like a week or a couple days later. It's gone.
Yep. So those bone spurs, one of two things happens. Either you swallow it and your stomach acid absorbs it because it's not a completely hardened bone yet. It's like this weird soft bone. It's like just a calcium deposit, basically. You either reabsorb it, or you swallow it, or you accidentally like spit it out and don't even notice.
Well, mine was reabsorbed, and they're like, no, looks fine.
No. Yeah, weird, man. Something similar happened when I had my lower wisdom teeth. Yeah, it was a lower one. Yeah,
my lower wisdom issue was like, I couldn't feel for a good 9 months what that did like overall onto like my body. Because I remember we did it in March, and it just started to go away in December, January. So it was a long nerve heal for me. But they had to actually do surgery on my mouth. I got to go for surgery. First day I was like, yay, I'm not a chipmunk. I should have waited about 2 days. I was a chipmunk.
Well, I'll keep an eye on it. If it doesn't start to close up over the next couple of days, I'll go back to my dentist and they can take a burr and sort of like grind it off a little bit so that it's not so sharp. Take a Dremel to it. Yeah. I'll let the dentist do that one, thanks. I looked at it. So I read online that there was like a big possibility, something that happens pretty often, is an actual chunk of bone from the tooth will float around in your mouth and then get slivered like a wedge into your fucking gum line somewhere. Like a shard of tooth that went rogue when they pulled it out. It broke off or something, and sometimes they can get embedded into your gums. That's what I thought and was kind of hoping this was. So I kind of poked at it to see if I could wiggle it, and it's solid, man. It's my jaw. That's just exposed bone. It's not a piece of broken tooth stuffed into my gums. I was kind of hoping it was so I could pull it out, but There ain't no moving.
Like,
It's
I'm
solid.
happy that I just had, like, a reaction and not a break or anything else because I had a surgery.
Mouths heal insanely fast. There's something to do
Nerves
with our
don't.
saliva and the wetness of it. It should take longer to heal because of all the wetness, but mouths heal very fast. Like cats. Cats heal extremely fast too.
Nerves don't. Doesn't
No.
matter if it's in your mouth.
No, nerves take crazy. Sandpaper. Ah!
No! It's not happening.
Yeah, no, I'll be going to the... If it lasts more than a couple more days here and it doesn't seem to be closing up easy or my tongue doesn't get used to it or anything like that, I'll go back to the dentist and get them to frickin' deal with it. It sucks though right now. I'm having a very hard time eating.
Yeah, I was
Hurts.
gonna ask, do you have enough soup?
Yeah, soup is what I've been eating. We got one pack
Is there any other
one,
kinds of soup that
one
you
pack
use?
of noodle soup left.
Noodle soup? I think we have vegetable soup.
Yeah. I don't want anything. Well, I don't want anything tomatoey or acidic-y to go on the. Yeah.
Weirdly, I still ate it though. No, I don't like dentists. I need like, for most, I need like a little help to calm down.
Have you had a dab yet today?
One. No. So for,
I just noticed you were
if
zero.
even for something like what you do, that would be a whole thing because I would not be a calm person, and it would just. I'm tense for so long or so much that I'm freaking sore for after that.
Don't eat corn nuts. Yeah, I don't eat corn nuts for that very reason. Yeah, no. I stay away from hard stuff because of some of the tooth issues I've had lately. I stay away from hard nuts like that. Man, I've had a fucking bad week, man. I got a major infection in my finger from my cat. She fucking fucked up the nerves in my finger. My finger's been numb for all week. I got another fucking wound on this hand. I got a pretty big... This is really deep right here. This doesn't look like much, I swear, but it hurts like shit and it moves constantly.
Oh no, I just find it.
Pepper got out last week and we had to bring her back and she fucking went sneaky on me and I got bit up real bad.
Well, I had a hard time getting her. I don't think it would have mattered, but I've known that animals react to like beards or men. But she was just freaked out in general.
Instant mashed potatoes, cheese and sour cream. Won't find a better meal, man. I gotta be careful with cheese though. I'm a little lactose intolerant, so sour cream and cheese are things I gotta be.
Sour cream's fine for me. I've never had that issue. It's cheese
Yeah, it's weird.
and
Sour,
dairy.
sour cream and yogurts don't bug me at all.
Some people it does, and they're unlucky.
I also don't eat very much sour cream. You know what I mean? Where it might have something to do with the fermenting. The fermenting might have done something to it.
Well, that gives it something to help, and probably
Well,
broke
they're both-
down part of what maybe would have made you discomfort. But some people still get. Some people are still like, you put sour cream and butter and milk. I'm like, I can understand the milk, but I've not had reactions to butter and sour cream and yogurt.
Yeah, I mean, sour cream is like sort of a fermented format, and so is yogurt.
Yep. I've heard
It's a
some
type
people
of-
react to that.
so,
and
yeah.
unlucky.
Yeah, 10 teeth pulled last month. Holy shit.
Oh, last time I had something like that, I was like a kid.
I think I read the first half of that and then the second half, and I only focused on the second
forgot,
half.
like
but, God dang, 10. Well, no, I read that. It just didn't register for some reason. Because I even read dyslexically.
Yeah, kind of like everything else, dyslexic. Yeah, it's a spectrum, and you definitely got it. I don't. Which I'm glad, because I appreciate reading. Oh, right, that's what I was gonna say. When I had my wisdom, I too quickly decided to eat tortilla chips. The tortilla chip stabbed inside the wound where my tooth was, and made the nerve even angrier.
The leader of tattoos you have on your hands are messing with your nerves and your liver. No, they're not. These tattoos are fucking 20 years old almost. They're not messing with nothing. My cat got a fucking claw up under my fucking muscle and scraped the bone. And I got
shook a little bit.
Yeah, I got a bit of an infection. She got 2 claws into the same finger in 2 different spots and got under the muscle. And I got some nerve damage.
From what you're
This one finger's
describing
kinda
is
numb.
what it reminds me of when I had my bruised nerve and then also the nerve angriness of my freaking jaw. It sounds similar, like you can still constantly have that weird feeling. You can kind of feel it, but not entirely. And with the bruised nerve, that one was the one that hurt. Because you walk all the time, you can't not walk. So if your freaking hip or knee nerve, whatever one was angry, it just made everything suck.
You got a little bit of this left? Yeah. We got the littlest dabs left of the Oreo. But I got another couple ounces. I probably got about maybe like 3 ounces left, if I had to guess. I'd have to go look. I don't remember. About 3 ounces or so.
The only time I had like that amount of teeth taken out was when I was a kid and it was for crowding. So like they were still baby teeth if I'm correct, but I actually honestly do not know.
I've had a couple of root canals, and the most I've ever had was 2 teeth pulled at once.
I've had one root
But
canal.
I've had a couple of root canals and a few other things.
And then I've had the wisdom before that was crowding. But like I don't remember it. They put me under and I was just so young that I don't. I think you heal a lot faster when you're younger. That it was just like I don't remember it making much issues. They were a little late. Even dentists will point out that tooth and they're just like, that one's a bugger to floss. Yeah, it's sideways.
Yeah, no kidding. So what are you all smoking on in chat there? Let me know what you're smoking or dabbing on. What do you...
I got all the carbon. I got the carbon cloud. I don't really want it. That's what makes me understand why you can't have
motherfucking dab
That's
time,
nice.
dab time, time to take a fucking dab break.
And I don't even know how many times stronger cats' noses are than ours.
It is a
So
lot
that
stronger.
would suck.
A lot stronger doses. So I think the music is too quiet. There we go. Yeah. The fucking music was way too quiet. How is the microphone balance between us been lately? Is it a little bit better? Because I know Bunny's pretty quiet a lot of times, and I had the mic in I had a different mic, and I had a different position for quite a long time. So I've got a better mic, a much better position, and I've got this like sound trap thing behind
There's a doobie.
a dampener or whatever.
There's some hash.
Let me read all that. Oh.
I know, I was gonna say, where was the other one?
Yeah, it went by so fast I couldn't read it. Oh. Let's see here. A doobie, indica hash, kush, mints, pheno, I grow that smells like cantaloupe, and it's delicious. Nice. Jeep Mad smoking some jelly donut flour and jayberry jam dabs. I don't know what jayberry jam is, but that sounds pretty good. Blueberry vape. Too high fatness. Hey, dude, how you been? Hey, man. I read your fucking post there. Look, I'm wearing one of my bed sheet shirts. I'm wearing it. This is literally a bed sheet shirt. Unless they were referring to you being fat, that's the only thing I can think of. But I mean, I actually have bed sheet shirts, so I didn't really think that it was a weird comment. But yeah, man, how you doing?
I think that's why I get meds for calm, and I do take them if offered, but I refused doctor's painkillers my first time, and when I got home, the numbness wore off, and I changed my mind. Next time, I took up the guy on his offer.
Yeah, like I don't do anything crazy. I'm just, I almost said I'm smoking. I'm eating Tylenol 3s, man. That one or two a day at the most, just during the first couple days. I have them sort of as a prescription, but I hardly ever use them. My doctor's like, "Are you still using those? You haven't got a freaking refill in a while." And I'm like, yeah, I only use them sort of when I need them, you know, when I got a really bad headache or a lot of pain. I'm someone that's lived with a certain amount of pain my whole life, so I'm pretty good at dealing with like a bass tone level of like minor suffering. But once it gets to a certain point, fuck that shit. I'm taking fucking pain meds. Fuck that shit. Is what being fat shamed, and my wife brought a brand new truck yesterday, getting nonstop hate on Instagram. What? You bought a truck and you're getting hate on Instagram for it? Or on Facebook for it? Oh, pardon me. And Instagram. Fuck social media, man. Social media is fucking weird, man. You can't make anybody happy. Like, there's a post that I read a long time ago that is so fucking true. It says, I like oranges. And then somebody comments, what do you got a problem with fucking apples? Are you saying you're an apple racist? Is that what you're saying? He's like, no, I just said I like oranges. And that's the way a society has really turned. A lot of people are just, I don't know why, maybe because they're self-hateful, but so many people in this current age behind keyboards seem to really like lashing out and trying to make others feel bad or prove them wrong. That's the other one. Either lashing out just for being a jerk or to prove them wrong and they're stupid or something. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the internet, why that's a fucking thing, why people want to prove people wrong all the time, like it makes them a genius or something. I don't know. What is this yellow thing? Oh, it's a light bulb. I'm like, what is this yellow ball sitting in the middle of my screen thing there? Yeah, people need to calm the fuck down, smoke some more fucking weed, and just chill the fuck out, man. Stop worrying about other people's shit, man. We've become too reliant on seeing what others are doing and judging that personally against our own worlds. And
but I'm just not.
Nope,
I'm not.
You're good for that. You're not a social media person.
No.
I'm very grateful for that because it's a fucking nightmare scape. I only dip into it a little bit business-wise and because of some family, and that's it. And it's only just a little bit of local shopping, buy and sell, whatever. But that's a fucking nightmare too. Holy shit. It's crazy. People are brutal these days. People used to hide their shit. Since COVID, they have no filter anymore.
Nope.
People lost their ability to filter shit. They don't know about tact anymore. It's weird.
No, I'm very opposite. And like, we didn't have one stated rule, but it was suddenly like, no news within the first 30 to 60 minutes of the day. No.
Because like, I see a lot of, I'm on the internet more than Bunny. Bunny looks up recipes and watches like very close-minded YouTube videos. Not close-minded, pardon me. Drama-free.
I was gonna say,
ones that don't fucking deal with the dramas of the world very often. They talk about food.
Drama and
they talk
politics.
about fun things. Like Rhett and Link's fucking Good Mythical Morning. Those guys don't fuck around with politics and shit. They don't because they know it's bad for business.
A little bit around, but
that's the kind
like
of shit my wife consumes.
But yeah, mine is food, cute animals, more animals that are just around the world.
Like nature and fucking stuff like that. Positive, relatively positive. You consume the good, nice side, the joyful, the happy side of the internet.
It tries to go like, hey, would you like to look at this or watch this? And I'm like, no, get out. You are not welcome here.
So did I retire the old dab blaster? You mean this one right? Oh, well, it's empty right now. I thought it had a frickin', you mean this one? Nope, it's right here. It's just, the one side got fucked up. I don't know, it got wet or something, and Bunny's thing isn't very clear anymore. It's just unfortunate.
It's just unfortunate was the side that also was usually down. Wait, no, mine's this way. I was gonna say, wait, mine is, yeah, yours is like this way.
Same.
I was gonna say, wait, you can tell. Oh, actually, no, you can't tell by the side either. It has a dab. It has a dab pattern. So I was like, oh wait, can I see which side the dab's on? And I'll look at the other side. It looks like dabs.
I try to put them back and
way.
forth sometimes, but it definitely ends up on one side permanently. So that's a really good point. That's a really good point. The name of the video, everybody. Blasters, dab blasters, right here, limited edition dab time blasters are available on my website for a limited time. Get them while supplies last. Comes with the full wood kit, a mouthpiece, and not one, not two, but 3 tips. That's right, everybody. We always need more tips. It's pretty much worth it just to buy it to get the extra tips and a new fresh frame for your collection or whatever. It's a limited time thing. Check it out. Get them while the supplies last. CannonBeardGrows.com. Free shipping worldwide. How do you beat that? I included it into the price, and I'm taking a bit of a bite on some of the shipping depending on where I'm shipping. Some are okay, some are a little more expensive, but that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, I guess the only area that has any is my Netflix is like, I like drama and some politics there. In real life,
that's like fantasy, though.
Yes. It's very curated. I can walk away from it. It can stop.
It's not real.
It's not real. In real life, I'm just like, world is dumb. Because I knew right before you even stated from one of my shows what they would be bitching about. But I knew because I'm like, oh great.
Just like, oh yeah. Child. Yeah, just the way we are now, you watched this video and you're like, uh-oh, the world's gonna freak out about that.
No, I didn't think about it. It was you that were like, oh, the world is blowing up about this. And I was just like, oh, I bet I know what it is. And you said what it was. And I was like, yep. The world is a child.
Generally, yeah. And we've gotten so much worse over the past couple years.
COVID just kind of made it worse.
I don't know if it was that directly or if that was a catalyst or if that's just when we all took
Not
note.
everybody is meant to stay inside.
Yeah, I think that fucked up a lot of people, man. I think it did. I think it really screwed up.
And it limited
Some people
socializing.
were fine through
people
it, but
do need
they don't know.
It's
true. People don't know how to socialize anymore. It fucked. We're like 2 years. We're like 2 years, and people are fucking screwed from it. Well, this this generation don't know how to socialize anyway, unless it's on fucking Discord or something.
I don't know what generation
I was saying that
I am, but I don't even fit in with that generation.
No, you
anyway.
don't. I miss the public being a relatively safe and normal thing to do. I miss sharing joints with people. I miss going up onto the top of the parkades with a couple of friends and smoking a joint staring at the sky. I miss having friends come over and watching movies and passing doobs around the couch. I miss that social aspect. It's like drinking with friends, right?
We moved in our
I miss a lot of that. We moved right when COVID happened, and I'm in a small town.
Oh.
And not many people out here are dabbers. I got a couple friends, but not too many. It's a pretty small town.
In the video that I was watching, they were just like, oh, you have a COVID-tested relationship. And I'm like...
Yeah, we didn't kill each other during COVID. I caught COVID, and she didn't.
Yeah.
Hello, Soylent. How you doing?
And actually, when I was on the coast, there was an outbreak. And I still didn't get it. Doesn't mean I want it. Doesn't mean I'm going to do anything to make sure that's going to happen.
$48 in Amazon terrorist charges.
Terriferous.
Yeah, that's a hard word to say, but you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't order shit right now from cross-country people. If you're in the States, don't order much shit if you can help it from Canada here. Now, don't worry about what I am, because what I am, the dab blasters thing, this goes under the radar as far as tariffs. They're not going to be charging tariffs on fucking they're coming classified as DIY art kits, by the way. They are DIY because you have to assemble them yourself. They are DIY art kits.
Oh no.
With stickers.
And I guess like to close that, it was at least one of the few cute ways that COVID was referred as a different change in people, at least. Because if you made it through a relationship, new or like recently started, so you still have something there.
Yeah, people coming out of that were still single and trying to, like, the dating scene, I can't even fathom what the dating scene looks like right now. I would be so scared to be single right now. My God.
If I was single, I wouldn't be looking for people.
Yeah, probably. I would probably just given up. Any left in there? Yes. Yes, I see some in the corner. There's enough.
I still want another one.
It's dab time. Dab time. Dabba 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 dab time. Dab time. Have to take immune and killing math before you know. Yeah, that would change how you socialize, for sure. That would change how you share. You know, you probably don't pass the Dutchie on the left-hand side no more. But I don't think many people do anymore. I think a lot of people have given up on the sort of social aspect of joints. I actually knew people when I was young that were like growers and they didn't share joints. No. Here's a joint for you. This is my joint. You smoke your joint. I'm okay with that. You smoke your joint, I'll smoke my joint. Here you go. Here, have a fucking fat joint. Have a fat joint. Have a fat joint, everybody.
I think that's kind of where I fell in,
your own.
Weirdly, unintentionally, where I was
that
like,
way nobody has to fucking bogart it. Nobody has to fucking fish lip it. Nobody has to fucking set it running. You're responsible for your own actions.
Because, like, it definitely was an investment I made, but I got enough each month, and also the, like, stuff that I had left over, so that I would be able to roll everybody their joint, and I could just have my own. I like that better. Yeah,
it also feels kind of ballin' too when you're like passing out joints. Like, have your own. It's okay. I grow.
But I think part of the reason is because even just on my own, I was getting to the point where I've had about anywhere from 4 to 6 joints. Me, a session. So I could roll that amount because that usually was my one session. But that was my tolerance just so freaking high.
I'm also trying to have smallish dabs.
Yeah.
So I don't cough too hard, so I'm not.
That hurt. I remember that.
Yeah, I'm not doing too much on my mouth, you know.
That's not something I expected. When they did that wisdom, but I got a surgery, I did take 2 T3s a couple of times. It hurt so bad, though.
Looks like my head's on fire.
Yes.
I don't mind this fireplace thing, but I'm not a fan of it being right where my head is. I kind of wish that the TV was right in the dead center between us and that we had shelves on either side of it. I like that idea better. But those are 2 shelves, so I can kind of set up something like that. The new place will readjust some things, but for now, that's what it is. I just got to keep dodging, or I look like Ghost Rider a little bit.
I do like occasionally blowing, for me, I guess it's not smoke, but dabs out of my nose.
Yeah, I'll have to agree on that one.
But I also
it's
learned
different.
that your nose can detect so much more.
So, yeah, it's a catch-22. It's a double-edged sword, if you will. Blowing dabs out of your nose versus blowing smoke out of your nose. Like, if you have a big... You're smoking a joint right now.
Oh, that helps. Yeah.
And you blow the fucking steam out of your nose like a fucking Mad Bull or something. That hurts like hell, dude. That burns. That burns so bad. It often burns because the smoke, you know, is what it is. Also, your sinuses aren't really meant for that, so it.
I know.
They're kind of sensitive, so
like,
they fucking. They're just getting assaulted. And they're like, what the fuck? Right? Okay. Now, on that same note, dabs are cleaner. There's less carcinogens. There's no smoke. It's just a vapor. But we all know dabs burn like a motherfucker. And if you let a big fat dab out your nose,
or a turkey
your whole face is going red. Your eyes are going to start watering. Your nose is going to swell up.
Both, sort of.
Somebody described to me a long time ago that having a big fucking heady dab is like somebody grabs you by the back of the head and with a big fucking boxing glove punches you in the face and then gives you a big warm hug right after it. Just smacks you right in the face like, ow, fuck. And then they give you a nice warm embrace and tell you that it's going to be okay. And I was like, yeah, I've had dabs like that. They just smack you and then they wash over you and you're like, oh, that's okay. It was worth it. Ah, it's okay. I still love you. I still love you, Dabs. It's okay. Okay, so I almost bought a fucking drone the other day.
3 or 4?
4. I might be one behind, but I'm not. So Jeep, I was thinking about you the other day. I almost fucking bought a fucking drone. It was the DJI FPV drone combo. It had this fucking goggles with some weird spikes out of it like this. It had a fucking controller, and it was a weird cricket looking drone that didn't fold up like the other bigger ones. But it was a pretty small one. It's half racing drone, half FPV drone. I almost bought it. The dude was selling it in the case for $300, but I would have had to travel like an hour, almost 2-hour drive to meet the guy and then buy it. And I'm like, can I make money off this? I'm like, am I gonna be able to do videos off this and make some money on one of my YouTube channels, one of my clean YouTube channels or something? I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna justify buying this fucking drone, this $300 fucking toy? I don't got fucking money to blow for that. I mean, I got some savings and I could dip into it. I almost fucking bought it. And then I passed. I just said, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, I don't know what it was. It looks like a grasshopper, not a grasshopper, but a cricket. It was like fat and small. I will, or I
thought grasshoppers were fat.
I almost should have got it because they're worth like $1,000, and he was selling it for $300 with the case, and it looked like it was in good shape, but I just couldn't justify it, man. We got to move. That savings is for moving funds. I can't be dipping into it for stupid things like that. Like, that's a toy, and I couldn't justify it. I thought, how can I use it for my cannabis channel and stuff? How can I use it for my other channel? Do I want to make fucking drone videos? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, what do I want to do with it? I'm like, I don't know. I think I want to just play with one. I want like somebody to lend me one for an afternoon. Although then I'll want one so fucking bad, probably.
There are some nice areas in our like awesome views that probably would look beautiful on a drone.
The cam isn't it? Yeah. See, that was the problem, is that the camera, I looked it up, I Googled it and stuff, and I just made the decision that it wasn't high enough quality record. The recording, if you put a fucking microchip in it and set it to record while you're FPVing, the recording has stabilizers built onto it and higher resolution, so that the footage will be faster frame rate, faster or better, bigger resolution, and with some stability built in, so that it'll be less shaky like that. Versus what you're seeing in the FPV goggles is a cheaper, smaller camera with no stability and lower everything. So it's a lower quality visual that you see versus what you can record. But I still just went, I gotta back away, man. Not right now. Maybe later, if the time, I would like to get into a drone. I've had a drone before, and it was a lot of fun. I sold it. Oh, no, I gave it to my little brother. That's what I did. I gave it to my brother. Anyway. Careful flying that thing in CO. It's drone season year round. Well, it's a good thing I live in Canada, and I live in the country. So there's lots of vistas, actually. I can make some pretty good fucking drone footage, to be honest, here. But whatever.
I like looking at the games.
It's still, that one particular was like, I don't know, the guys were comparing the two of them. He's like, this one's a lot of fun, but it's basically a toy in compared to like the normal DJI fucking drones, the little fold-up ones. Those things are much, much, much higher quality. Like, it's like they're filming in 4K, and that one's filming in 720, maybe 1080p. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But like it's filming okay, like pretty good, like technically high definition. But that one, the bigger ones are like 4K. Like, they're really nice quality. They're almost, maybe not movie quality, but very good. I don't know. better anyway. But yeah.
Boop. Did you say no?
What the? Did you turn this on?
No.
What just happened? Oh. That was actually, that wasn't a fuse blown. That was the heater. That was that thing down the hall. We heard a beep and like a fan die. What the fuck just happened? I'm like looking up and I'm like, was it the filter? No, the filter's off. I'll turn it on. Not the little fan, the air scrubber. No, it's not the filter thing. No. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to make any fucking, financial decisions until after we fucking move. I gotta save every penny I can for the move because it's gonna cost us a lot of money to hire. We're gonna have to hire people to move our chicken coop and potentially the greenhouse. I'm trying to sell the greenhouse to the property owner or to the new owner, whatever, so I can leave it.
We just have to take the legs off, or just put them back on for the rabbit.
I don't know how we're gonna get the rabbit, but that's part of the other problem. We probably can't get the rabbit coop out of here without removing the greenhouse. Or we might have to take the fence down. It might actually be easier in the long run. We might be able to, it might be much easier, weirdly enough, to slide it down the hill or over our back neighbors. Like remove some of that fence, clip some of that fence down and open that fence up and just put the fucking chicken coop down there and then move the rabbit hutch down that way. That might be, I'm gonna have to hire a crane to do it. I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. We can move them by hand once they're off our property, but they're boxed in. We built in stuff around.
Yes.
And now we either have to tear down a perfectly good greenhouse and it's a foundation. It's part of the property now. But we've only got about a 4.5 foot wide walkway. Not big enough. Not big enough for the chicken coop or the fucking rabbit hutch right now. So I'm concerned we have to go over the back there with that damn
Adulting
thing.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the idea at all. But if we have to get a crane, it'll make for a cool video on the chicken channel.
Yes. Like I've made baby steps in adulting, and I'm happy about the baby steps. But it made me
I'm
understand.
still making baby steps into adulting. Cripes.
It made me understand.
You do for the rest of your life. You just fake it.
Yeah. Because there's an actress that I like, and I recently seen a scene, and I was just like, oh, I don't know much about credit, but I know 430 is not a happy credit score. And I'm just like, I didn't have that bad of one. Because she's like, no, I had this much. And he's just like, no, honey, you had this much. And she's just like, oh. Like, it's gotten much better. Mine was just bad. Mine wasn't bad. Mine was basically just none. So I didn't really lose much. I lost like 30. So I just tiniest thing. Basically none.
Yeah, that credit thing's a bugger. That's always a fun thing to fix. It's actually kind of like a video game once you really get into it. Because you're like...
Weird.
Yeah, there's a score, right? Think about it like it's your high score. You're trying to get your high score higher.
No, that's why I asked you that question the other day, and I figured that one out, and I just went, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep doing what we're doing, and it will keep rising.
That makes me...
Slow and steady is going to have to win this race. Yeah, we were denied buying our house, or the house that we were looking at. Well, we had a couple of houses we were looking at, but we were denied buying it, even though the mortgage was going to be cheaper than our current rent was. On one of them, the rent was going to be, or the mortgage was going to be the same pretty much as our current rent, which is really cheap. And then rentals in this town are like 3 times what our mortgage was going to be, at least twice what our mortgage was going to be. And the banks are like, no, you can't afford this mortgage, so you need to pay double it in rent. Good luck, boot out the door. Go fix your credit. we were honestly pretty damn close. It was just a little shy, but they were just like they're not gonna accept because you're a little shy. They don't care if you're just a little over, but they care if you're a little under. They won't accept a little under.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to like
we're close.
Disassemble.
Yeah, that was the other thing
of all of our stuff.
Yeah, the roof is gonna be a bugger for the chicken coop, man. That's I really what I want to do is I want to build some pegs on the side. I want to put some handles on the coop, or somehow cut something so that we can stick a 2x4 underneath the actual coop, and then put some handles on the back so that like a bunch of dudes could just lift it up. You know, walk it off like that, which is probably one of the better ways to do it. But, we could also slide it down that fucking hill, that back hill there.
I feel like she would.
She'd be okay with it, but we'd make a mess.
Yes.
It's gonna fuck up that hill a little bit. But that hill's already really fucked up, and whoever buys this house is gonna have to repair that shit anyway.
Yeah.
So. What do I care about who fucking bought it, really? I mean, I'm not trying to make a mess or anything, but that'd be a... it's a lot to think about, man. Anyway.
Wasn't quite a specialist, but was one that gave us enough personal tips. Because there was so...
It was a mortgage specialist. We went to a bank first, and then we went to the mortgage specialist.
That was
I tried two different things.
I didn't know what that was, but it was just funny that there were so little people that they were able to...
We were just... The mortgage lady was the most honest. The bank was fucking leading us on. The bank was telling me that it was going to be okay, and then it wasn't. And then the lady right away was like, okay, well, you're close, but you need to, like, keep doing what you're doing for, like, a year or so and get your credit rating and your limits up a little bit higher, and then they'll take you, no problem.
Because we'd already planned to basically start, for me, what you did. Which is why I asked you. I'm like, so
it's just hard to find rent in this town, man. We can't even if I said, okay, let's double our rent. Let's double our rent, right? Then we're fucked. If we have to double our rent is normal in this town. It's more the problem is it's more than double our rent for a similar sized property. Anything with like a couple of bedrooms and a fucking any sort of yard that we can keep our fucking chickens in, dude, is like $3,000 and shit. We're like, oh no. We're in trouble. We can't even find a trailer. Well, one trailer I found, but it's a fucking dump, and I don't want to live in it because I'll freeze during the winter.
I was like surprised at the cold of one of that last place. So I was just like, oh, that is going to be cold. That place would make me have a whole different wardrobe just to stay warm.
There's ways in Canada, there's ways to sort of take a look at your credit rating. Actually, one of the interesting ways that's bizarre is, you can use this in the States too, is Capital One. Get yourself a Capital One credit card. You don't even have to use the damn thing. Just fucking, well, make a small payment on it and then have an automatic payment to pay it off. Don't even use it. Just put it away, put it aside. Have like a fucking, have your Netflix come off of your fucking Capital One every month. It's like 10, 20 bucks or something like that every month. And then have an automatic thing from your bill payment paying that every month automatically. And then forget about it. That will fix your credit in no time. And Capital One has a fucking credit score in the bottom of the fucking corner that you can look at for free. No joke. Even in Canada, that's a bit of a problem, finding a good free one that doesn't ding your credit rating. This one does not. It monitors your credit rating and gives you the latest updates. Kind of surprised.
Well, I guess there's something about it, the fact that they froze theirs.
Oh, fuck, I need to... Yeah, I want a pain pill. I haven't had a pill this morning. I took my antibiotics, but I didn't take a fucking Tylenol, and I think I want to take one. Again,
I do not.
Yeah, they reefed on my jaw. They fucking, it's sore regardless of that fucking bone ding that they got going on in my mouth, which fucking sucks. Bah humbug. Fucking dentists. They're important. You need to keep your teeth clean. You know, do your dental stuff, and it's an old wisdom tooth. It's fine to. It's normal that it fucking kind of went bad after I'm fucking in my mid-40s.
They took all mine, so I guess I don't have that.
Yeah, a lot of people fucking. Mine were fine for many years, and then one
Mine
cracked
would
in
have kind
half,
of
and
crowded
it's just
my
easier
teeth
to.
out in a weird
It was gonna cost me like $1,000+ to fix it, and I've already got the top wisdom tooth up there removed, so it was literally touching nothing. It was just a tooth like sitting there. There was nothing above it that it was chewing on. So they're like, just pull it.
That might be
if
why.
the other wisdom tooth was still there, it'd be a saving situation, but it wasn't. So
I don't remember what mine was. Besides the fact that it apparently was spaced with too close to a nerve of something, that it would have also come up in the wrong way. So they just took it beforehand.
Biddies, thank you for the biddies, by the way. Oh, fuck.
I don't know if it was everywhere, but Vancouver dentists were kind of brutal for a bit, which is what gave me my fear, because they were like that when I was a kid, so I was just like, no.
Holy shit. That gave me a head rush, man, because I'm trying not to, like, cough fully, so there's this weird, like, pressure thing that's happening in my head that gave me a real head spin on that last dab. Ooh, because I had a couple of internal coughs that kind of
Even when I was able
pressurized my head.
I don't remember having dabs much healing from that. I think I relied a lot on the T3s they gave me for the wisdoms.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Dabbing
saying.
hurt my face. Coughing hurt my face. Oh. Stuck between two different thoughts.
Yeah, and I'm kind of sick of. I also like. I've been rinsing with salt water too. Salt water is use sea salt and water and fucking rinse. Yuck. But it's one of the best ways to clean fucking mouth infections, like really fast, and helps speed up fucking. It actually softens some of the. Believe it or not, it actually calms down some of the ache. The salt water.
I know it did.
It's weird.
I just didn't.
It sounds
like
intuitive. It sounds like salt water would burn the cut, but in your mouth does not. A little bit of salt water is not too salty. You don't want it to be fucking. But
just,
you know, ocean or less salt level. But you use it for mouth piercings and stuff. That's how you clean it. Is salt water, salt water, salt water, salt water, salt water, salt water. Nothing else.
the only one that I would have considered.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying not to cough too hard, eh? I'm trying to keep it real down low. Take little dabs. Woo. Yeah, I've got no abscesses. The everything's healing nicely. The socket is you know, doing that pinched butthole thing where it starts closing up like this. It's everything's doing, you know, the tooth hole looks good. It's just this fucking cut. They broke the gum line and exposed my jaw or something. I don't know what the fuck it is, man. I'm confused. But it's sharp and it's janking on my tongue. I feel like is what happened is when she went in with the pliers one time, she actually dug into, like, she was supposed to grab the tooth or whatever, and then she dug into the jaw just a second like that, because that would do exactly what I'm feeling in here. If it dug into the bone just a little bit and then came out, it would open a little wound and it would have a little sharp piece of bone, which is exactly what's going on here. I got a little sharp edge that's cutting the side of my tongue up every time I move my mouth. Oh, and talking is not fucking fun either. Talking is better than eating. I can kind of keep my tongue. That's why I sound funny.
It's dab time, motherfucking dab time, dab time. Time to take a fucking dab break.
Happy Sunday, happy Sunday.
I guess I learned that bones can be sensitive, not really bones of the jaw. My bones of the jaw have, like, had some, like, grinding issues. Like, I may not anymore, but I did it so long that I've already crinky jaw.
Dab time? It's dab time, dab time. It says right there on the thing, dab time, dab time, dab time. You can get your own Dab Time blasters. They are available. Once again, I'm going to keep plugging them until they're gone. Well, somewhat. Anyway, yeah, there's Dab Time blasters are available on my website. Links are probably below. If not, it's just cannabeardgrows.com. Is that yours or mine? Yours.
Mine.
This is
We do
pure
have
sativa.
whole cloves. Someone was like, you can use cloves. And I'm like, oh, we have cloves.
That helps that helps numb it a bit. Oh.
The only nerve experience and bone pain I have is when I broke my foot. It's a new kind of pain, not necessarily loud.
Excuse
but
me.
My gosh. Like, it's bearable, I can get through, but at the same time, I'm swearing every time I feel the pain. And I don't usually like to swear. I'm like, fudge! This was fudge did not work for this moment. It was not cutting it.
Knocking on wood, but I've never broken anything.
I was like that too.
I fucked up a lot of shit in my days. I've stepped on things. I've had lots of fucking problems.
I jumped out a window and I thought I'd break something.
I've tripped and fallen. I split my lip open really bad. I split my lip to my... I'm surprised I don't have a cleft lip. My lip was separated from my nostril to my fucking mouth. I had all these stitches. I got a fucking wound on my head, like a big scar. If I shave my head real close and you look, you've seen the scar. There's only a little bit of it. There's only a little bit of it left, but it was 48 stitches in my head.
My dad got hit in the head with a pole or a pipe, and he
Big
didn't
fucking
get
cut down the side of my
a
dome
break,
like this.
but he did get a good cut. But yeah.
Yeah, I've hurt
Yeah.
myself. I got fucking lots of wounds and scars to prove some
Well,
of them.
and I've had like a couple
But-
of slips that should have been breaks, but they just hurt something. So.
My funniest wound is I have a shark wound, but I've never been around sharks. Well, that's not true. I have been around sharks, but I had a shark jaw on my wall when I was a teenager. I got a shark jaw somehow. Actually, my parents brought it back from the Bahamas or something. They went somewhere. Anyway, they went on a trip. They won a trip or something, and they went on this trip, and they fucking brought a shark jaw for me in the fucking, like, I don't know, mid 90s or some shit. And me and my buddy were fucking stoned in my room having like a big pillow fight. We'd put all the pillow in one end, and we'd have like a mace, and we're fucking beating the shit out of each other in my room one day, all fucking stoned. And he caught the jaw with his pillow, swinging it around, and it came off the wall, and he swung it into my fucking leg, and it fucking buried into the side of my leg, whack, like this, boom, the jaw, and then he pulled on it, and it fucking tore into my leg, and I had like 4 big tooth marks. It looked like a fucking shark took a fucking bite out of my knee. It's this one right here. Is it? Hold on a second. It's been a long time. No, it was this one. Yeah, there's a line right there, I think. I only got like 1 scar. I didn't get any stitches in this one. I literally duct taped them all shut. And I just kind of didn't walk on it much. And it worked.
decision.
It worked.
Yep.
3 of them are completely gone. There's 1 line left from where the biggest tooth went in, the deep one. But what was really interesting about this, and the reason I just decided to duct tape it shut, I did little duct tape band-aids. I made little strips. So it wasn't just a big piece of duct tape on there.
I'm just like, that's what I'm imagining. I'm like, ow.
Just wrap around the knee. It's all good. It's all good. No, the one thing that was really weird about it
Ah.
is they were really deep cuts, but it was so clean of a cut. And there was no blood. It wasn't bleeding. I could see the layers of skin, the fat, and then just a little bit of muscle at the bottom of the hole. I was like,
No.
well, there was not just a little bit of muscle. There was a bunch of muscle, but I could see through the layers.
No.
Like I could see like a slice of cake or something. And I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? It was bizarre, but it wasn't bleeding really. Like there was a little bit of blood, but it was a fucking big old hole. The one had a big hole. The other 3, I'm not surprised they healed up good. They were only a little bit deep, but that one was fucking deep, man. It was a
I'm
big
not
gash.
seeing any layer.
And it didn't fucking... I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. It was not a bleeding hole. Tripped me right the fuck out. I might have even used crazy glue on that one. I'm not sure. Yeah, super glue. Yeah, I might have. I might have had... That might have been a super glue, and I remember duct tape was involved. I had duct tape. I duct taped them and made like little butterfly bandages out of some duct tape and just closed them up. So I don't want stitches. Fuck that. I hate stitches. They're fucking awful. Like, worse than the fucking wound. Stitches hurt fucking 10 times worse than whatever the accident was. Fuck that. Unless you really need it, man. Fucking scars are cool. Who cares? It's a story.
It felt very, very odd.
Unless you really need it.
When they snipped them and pulled them out, I was just like, ah!
Yeah, it's gross. I hate everything about stitches, unless they're those dissolving ones, and even then, man, I fucking just, fuck. Yeah.
But for this one...
Just try not to hurt yourself that bad.
This one, they couldn't see it on an x-ray, so they weren't fully convinced, but they could see something, so they sent me for a CT scan and seen, like, the weird fine...
Yeah, right here. That's it, right there. There's a line right there. It goes against the grain.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck, it's a long one, too. It's about this long. It's a pretty long scar still. It goes against the grain. I'm like, I remember, it sticks out weird. It's pretty small, but you can see there's definitely a line going against the grain. That was the spot. It was right on the side of my knee.
I would not be able to be a nurse. My brain is not present when I see certain things in, like, what happens to the body, and I'm just like, no.
For some stuff, I was actually really good at that. I've taken lots of first aid courses over the years. I've taken and updated my first aid courses over the years. It was like mostly emergency first aid, and then like because of my tattoo industry, I got bloodborne pathogens and stuff under my belt. That's an online course, for Christ's sakes. It's ridiculous, but it's still a course. You take it, you study it, you do a test. If you pass, then you pass.
I want to see the inside of things with people. That's what my brain does.
Well, the bloodborne pathogens thing was mostly about cross-contamination issues and just knowing how to be safe, how to not contaminate things, how to remove your proper procedures, how to remove gloves, how to wash your hands first and do this and do that, and how to not touch things without using barriers. And there's steps and procedures that you got to do in the medical industry, right? And that's it. And so you translated that heavily over into the tattooing industry because we are absolutely dealing with blood. And the last thing you ever want is to fucking give somebody something or have somebody catch an infection because of your laziness or lack of hygiene or something. That's crazy. That's the worst possible thing that a shop could possibly do, except for shitty work. Maybe even worse than shitty work. Shitty work, as long as they're fucking clean. Like, whatever, they'll either get better or people will stop going if they're shitty. But be hygienic is numero uno, you know?
Punched my oatmeal bowl, trying to catch it falling from a counter. Ceramic shard opened up my hand between middle and index. Oatmeal is not a good stitches store.
Oatmeal. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it's better than staples. It's true. Have I had a staple before?
No, thank you.
I've had like, I remember lots of stitches. I had stitches in my lip. I have a big scar on my eyebrow. I slipped and fell on fucking some wood or something when I was little, like pretty small. I was like 7 or something. I don't know. I was a small kid. I don't remember. I've heard the story, but I don't know. But I got a little scar you can see if you shave my fucking eyebrow. But why the fuck would you do that?
No!
But there is a little scar in there. I can see it. I can see a spot that doesn't grow hair.
Although, I don't know why. I do actually have a story where my cousin shaved off half my eyebrow. I was pissed. And she's like, oh, I shaved mine. Does that make you feel better?
I shaved lines in my eyebrow because I thought it looked cool once. I seen it in some fucking fashion magazine or on a rock video or... Fuck, I have no idea where I saw it, but I seen somebody with some shaved lines like this, like in my eyebrows, and I did that once, and I instantly kind of regretted it, and everybody made fun of me at school, too. It was stupid.
Weird.
It was a dumb idea. Most people didn't notice it, but if they did, they were, what the fuck is that? What are you doing? Oh, I thought it looked cool. It did not look cool.
I don't know what was in the imagination to shave off half my eyebrow.
I hear chickens squawking. So, yeah, probably. So we got a broody hen right now. Need to install it in the schedule. There. Let's see, I can actually tell you if there's a broody hen right now. Pretty dark in there. I think we got a hen in there still. Yeah. Well,
Goldie?
yep. Yeah, it's Goldie. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, check out. I did a new video update on the chicken channel. Haven't done even a short or anything in a little while, but there's a new short with Goldie being broody, stealing her eggs again, kicking her out of the fucking box. Go play. Go be normal. You can break them of it. You just got to go out there and take their eggs from them all the time and keep kicking them out of the boxes, gently, nicely. Maybe coax them out with food or something. Try to get them out of there on their own accord.
I was gonna say you can pinch off some of the tips of lavender.
Yeah, food works pretty good. They eat lavender? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it can be a nesting box treat. There's certain
We're trying to get them out of the nesting box.
I know, but that's where I was like, you can take her out and it's like, here, have this. And hopefully she'll like it. But like, I've seen some say that you can give them things for laying.
We just gotta rattle some of their treats, man. Some of that chicken mix that we make.
Yes.
We'll just rattle that. They'll fucking come running.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of doing when we thought we lost Flappy. I was like, what can I do? And I'm like,
They come to that food rattle. They know what that sound is. They love that shit. They're freaking. That's like bread.
It doesn't make a noise.
No, I know, but that's what I mean. They love bread a lot too. But
I thought of bread too. I was like, how would I
waft it? Like, you guys smell this shit or what? I don't know.
I was like, I didn't think of treats. I thought of bread when we thought we lost her, and I'm like, noise. What the hell am I gonna do?
Do you believe that cannabis has to be in complete 100% darkness during flower, or is that a myth? That's aggressive. Is there really such a thing as 100% darkness? Lack of all light. There's always a little bit of leak and a little bit of fucking. No, I don't believe that it needs to be 100%. But it needs to be fucking pretty damn dark. Yeah, I don't know what the exact ratio is, but people freak out about zipper leak. Okay? Here's the thing. Stop putting floodlights right up against your tent and not expecting there to be a little bit of light zipping through those fucking through the zippers. Most modern tents already now have a flap to cover the zipper to combat these things. But haven't you ever heard of the moon or stars or street lights? You know your backyard? Yeah? Your backyard's not complete darkness, and your plants grow fine in your backyard. Yeah, nature doesn't turn out the lights, man. The moon produces quite a bit of lumens. You can see fairly well at nighttime. I think there is like a percentage. It needs to be like, I don't know. I'm gonna just throw a fucking ballpark out there and say probably like 90%. You know, maybe you could have 10% or below light levels and it'll be acceptable and think it's dark enough. I don't know. Maybe it's like less than that. Maybe it's like 5% or something. I don't know. You guys can look it up and you tell me what the internet says. But generally speaking, 100% darkness. Don't worry too much. Don't leave your flap open in a well-lit room and expect it to be considered darkness. Don't have big cuts in your tent, but like a pinhole here or there ain't gonna cause you a problem, man. They're stars. Just a star. Little moon, glow. No worries. The little glow, people freak out about the little LED on the back of their new oscillating digital fans and shit. They're like, oh my god, there's a blue LED, it's gonna fuck up my flower. No, it's not. There's not even, it's fucking half a microwatt, for cripe's sakes. It ain't producing any lumens, and it's blue. And it's usually pointing at the fucking corner of the tent. But it's, yeah, like the lights that are on the back of those things, you ain't got nothing to worry about those things, man. Small things like that, the little glow on your dehumidifier, put a piece of tape on it if you're concerned, but it ain't a worry, man. Don't worry. Minor things like that, not a big deal.
Welcome aboard,
Cuts in your tent,
Captain. Systems online.
open flaps, incorrectly sealed sleeve things for like around your hoses and stuff. If there's lots of light leak, yeah, it could be a problem. But little pinholes, don't worry about it. Over stressing it for nothing. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Hey, that was a subscribe thing over on. Hey, right on. That was a Twitch subscribe. Thank you.
Ate the plants.
What do you mean ate the plants?
They were in there.
They both do it.
Yes.
The other, I don't know. I've seen them both chewing on them. They're both very guilty. It can be either one or both.
Oh yeah, actually, they're just like, ooh.
Whoever we leave in that room alone, we'll eat plant. That's just sort of the way of it. So yeah, we got to go out there. If it hailed this morning.
Oh yeah.
It hailed really, really, really hard for like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. And then it rained a bunch, and then it stopped again. Anyway, yeah, we got to check on the chicken. Make sure she's got no more eggs. If she's got any eggs, we got to take them from her again. Yep. Just don't let her sit on eggs for long. And again, maybe we'll let them out and throw some food down. Maybe that'll coax her out. We'll open up the main coop and let them come on right out. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I think we're about to go do some yard stuff and, you know, the slow progress of fucking cleaning stuff. And we've been tearing down some tents lately. We only got the drying tent left, and I'm kind of done with the drying tent. I'm gonna.
Is it actually over here?
Yeah, that's that big one in that room. There's 2 tents actually in there. There's still a 2x4 infinity tent, just sitting there with nothing in it. It's what I used for my breeding segregation stuff. If I had anything that I was using colloidal silver on to self-pollinate, I was segregating it in there, which is like the other side of the fucking basement. Pretty far away. Wasn't too concerned about much cross-contamination, and I've never had a problem yet. And again, I spray down the air a little bit with a mist when I first open up the fucking thing, just some water. I zip it and I spray down the air a little bit again like that, just to fucking calm down any pollens or anything like that. And when I did fucking try to knock pollens off of the frickin' top down into the rest of the plant, I, you know, kind of had just the littlest corner and went boink, and then whoop, and closed it back up again. It works though. And I've never had a cross-contamination. Water, and then just don't go into my other grow room and put like a towel under the door or something while I'm fucking with the polleny plant. Give it at least a day before I go into the other room, and everything's usually calmed down, and I've never had a problem. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Like if you're on YouTube, follow for free, or sub if you want to. Heck, if you're a Prime subscriber, you can, if you got Amazon Stupid Prime, you get free subscriptions for Twitch channels. So if you like watching me, but you don't want to watch any of the commercials and to help support the channel, you can use your free Prime. So when you go to buy a subscription for the month for a Twitch channel, there's an option down there that says use free Prime. Just click that little button and boom, it's free. Boom. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Have a good one. I keep saluting you for some reason. Yeah, I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Bye.